can't build a wall high enough to keep out a vaccine. The vaccine can stop the spread of these diseases.
Finally, the video that you've been waiting for, stimulus checks coming to these states that haven't been on the list. Yes, you can finally say that my state is finally on the list.
Joe Biden can't speak clearly. He can't think clearly. So he tells law enforcement, you got to do something about this guy, Trump. He's killing me.
Hey, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another show where we keep you updated on all things stimulus news, Social Security, and things that are happening right here in this country, like the catastrophe of student loans if they don't get passed. I mean, millions of students are literally saying it's going to be a catastrophe if they don't get their student loans canceled. I mean, how big of a problem will that cause for millions of American students? Let me know down in the comments below. But even a bigger catastrophe is what happens to our seniors and those on a fixed income. What if you guys don't get the financial help that you've been waiting for? All of that news is right here in this video. Stay tuned because you do not want to miss. Right here on the screen, millions of student loan borrowers risk a financial catastrophe if Biden doesn't immediately extend the debt payments pause, 225 advocacy group says. This is a student here. Cancel student debt. Holding a sign, all of these students agree. Millions of students are saying what a catastrophe it would be if they don't push the payment pause even further. We all know that January 1st, those payments are set to start back again, and yet there hasn't been any debt cancellation. So what are we supposed to do from here? But I can tell you that Joe Biden is working on getting things moving, considering the fact that the Supreme Court has put it on a hold. So right here, over 200 advocacy groups urged Biden to extend the student loan payment pause on Monday. After two federal courts blocked the relief, they said that borrowers should not have to face payments. Biden's administration asked the Supreme Court last week to revive its debt relief plan. Over 200 advocacy groups have a message for President Joe Biden. They say it's time to extend the student loan payment pause once again. I mean, it's literally something that he's been doing ever since the pandemic happened, ever since he stepped into office. He's pushed everything back, put it on pause, and I'm going to say something. Students are used to not paying those payments, and it's been kind of nice, especially with inflation being crazy. It's definitely a big financial help. It says, we cannot allow these blatantly political lawsuits to throw millions of borrowers into a financial catastrophe. Throwing millions of borrowers back into the repayment as the state of debt relief remains uncertain is a recipe for disaster and will result in widespread confusion and set borrowers up for failure. They added and urged Biden to immediately extend the payment pause until your administration is able to fully implement debt relief for all eligible borrowers and to continue to use every legal authority at your disposal to make this happen. So let me ask the viewers right here on this channel, do you think student loans should be canceled? Let me know down in the comments below. So now moving on to some very, very exciting stimulus news. We'll talk about giveaways here in just a second. But stimulus checks could be coming to these 4 states very, very soon. Now, looking at the last federal check that went out in 2021, which states are actually going to be joining them on the list? Well, other states currently offering stimulus payments include Colorado, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, and Virginia. Many others provided financial support earlier in the year. So these are the states that have always been on the list. Every time you pull up stimulus information, those states pop up. Well, guys, it's time for a change. Yes, finally, some really, really great positive news. More states can be added to that list. And right here on the screen, a few more states may soon announce stimulus packages, income tax rebates, and gas rebates. And this is notating that the lawmakers are still debating proposed legislation. Here's what the next round of payments may be happening. For the state of Kentucky and my neighbor Michelle, hey, hope you're doing great. Love you guys. Appreciate your love and support for this channel. But your state, my neighbor Kentucky, on the table in the Bluegrass state is a taxpayer rebate program worth $1 billion from the state's budget surplus. The proposal has been approved by the Senate, although the state House of Representatives have yet to vote. The Commonwealth Journal reported that some lawmakers are pushing back on the bill, instead favoring reducing income tax over time. So how much would you get if they actually pass this bill? If you're in Kentucky, you could receive a one-time payment of $500 for single filers and up to $1,000 for couples who are filing jointly. So Michelle, that's some great news for you in Kentucky. Montana has also a $1 billion budget surplus for the year. And looking at the one proposal suggests $1,000 for homeowners who paid property tax and $1,250 for residents who paid state income tax. The other proposal asked for a $3,000 income tax rebate. Lawmakers had asked for a special session vote on the measures by the end of 2022, but that was denied. The bills could be considered in 2023. So again, Montana's up in the air. Many people trying to propose certain things to help taxpayers, help those that have paid in this pandemic era, and now they're trying to get things fixed. North Carolina. A substantial 2022 budget surplus is also the focal point of a new bill in North Carolina that would put money back in their residents' pockets. There's $6.5 billion at stake, and Democratic lawmakers have suggested using it for $200 gas tax rebates for local taxpayers to help combat the higher prices of fuel. Like Montana, some of the local legislators are pushing back, and they're trying to reduce the income tax rather than issue a one-time payment. This is where many states fall in. There's not been one decision made yet on the proposal, and this is things that for Montana, North Carolina, they fall into this category along with Kentucky, and we'll get to Pennsylvania in a second. But they fall into the category of they haven't made a decision on what they're wanting to do and how to help their residents. You have one group saying a one-time payment is ineffective, and you have others saying let's just lower the income tax rebate so that way they can get more money back. So again, let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. Pennsylvania is currently helping those that paid property tax, the renters rebate program in place for low-income earners. The standard benefit is $650, which is pretty good. However, the elderly, the widows, and the widowers and the disabled could see up to $975 in stimulus payments. Now, here's something that Governor Tom Wolf had proposed. He wanted to send a one-time payment of $2,000 to households that bring in $80,000 or less, which would be like 80% of the state, and annually in order to help with childcare costs, basic needs like groceries, according to the statement on the official website of the governor. Now, he kind of understands more from a standpoint of getting help financially for those that have kids, trying to get groceries, trying to put food on the table, trying to put gas in the car. I mean, literally, people in these states are depending on some sort of financial relief. So I am glad to say that this is some very, very positive news, and finally, these states can be added to the list. And guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos to come. Don't forget about all of the giveaways that we do right here on this channel. And if you want to stay updated, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. But if you want to jump in on some free giveaway money, then follow these steps, letting us know that you are the #1 fan, and then we'll put your name into a drawing, and do that on the 22nd. And if you like movies like I do and you love movies, let us know that you love movies and which movie you think this movie quote line came from.
Talking to my guy all wrong. It's wrong tone. Do it again, I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
I'm telling you, it gets good every single time. I could watch that movie over and over. It's just, it's a great movie. So guys, thank you again so much for watching. Your love and support means the world. Thank you for your comments. I know it's been freezing outside, but there is one person that said it was super warm where they were at. I can't remember if it was California or Florida, but yet again, I know in Tennessee, it's down in the 20s. So make sure to stay warm, stay safe, have a great day, and until next time, I'm John Miro. Peace!